Hello, this is Bill Steffen. Thanks for coming aboard today. Guess what I got to do on Wednesday? I got to go back to the TV station, to Wood TV. I had to record a little spot there, a little commercial promotion for the next trip I'm taking with Holiday Vacations, which is going to be to London and Paris. We're going there in April, and you're invited to come along. For more information, check out Holiday Vacations. We'll be going from, I think it is April 13th through the 25th. We start out in London, which is where daughter number 3 is right now. We'll show you some pictures of that here in just a little bit. And we'll be heading into Paris and Normandy as well. So you'll check that out at holidayvacations.com. Here's some high temperatures on Wednesday. Fremont with the highest temperature there. And it's all of this stuff makes sense. We had a little bit more sun around Fremont than we had south of Grand Rapids. And you get a little bit of a north wind there. They get just a little bit of what we call downslope warming, a degree or two maybe. And so it was a really, really nice day in most areas. Even down south, the sun came out. Grand Rapids high temperature of 62, pretty close to average for this time of year. And note how it was cooler at the lakeshore down on the bottom. South Haven Pier, the high temperature there was 56. And in fact, it pretty much stayed at 56 all day. That's out at the lighthouse. 57 on the beach at Holland, and Battle Creek just 59 degrees there. And if that picture there, you can see the Muskegon Channel. If you look real close right in the middle, there are 3 ducks that are just about to land, and the camera there from Glurl caught that. So I thought that was kind of neat. Wanted to share that. Okay, sunrise and sunset time for the day today, 7:57 and 6:57, giving us exactly 11 hours of daylight. Average high has dipped another one to 61 now. That's an average day. So if we're talking temperatures in the low 70s on Saturday, that'd be 10 degrees warmer than average. And most areas have not had a killing frost yet. The dominant color to the leaves is still green, but they are changing right now. And that will accelerate a little bit here. Record high temperature for today, 83, and the record low at 25. And in this picture, you can see one lone guy out there fishing during the morning over at the Muskegon Channel. Winds were pretty light, so you can see the water is quite calm. All right, the lake forecast here for the day today, east to southeast winds 5 to 15 knots. Waves should be 6 inches to a foot. And you can see the buoy temperatures there. Channel temperature at Holland is at the end of the channel there. And Reed's Lake water temperature there was 65. And that was a picture from the Muskegon Channel from Tuesday when we had, big ship coming through. A ship like that's not going to worry about small craft advisories, that's for sure. But a lot of activity still going out on the Great Lakes here during the fall. All right, we're going to take a little time out right now and check in with one of our sponsors, Complete Care Concierge.
Need a fast, efficient, and affordable cleaning service? Complete Care Concierge has you covered. Serving all of West Michigan, we offer one-time, daily, weekly, and bi-weekly cleans, plus move in, move out. We also service apartment hallways and laundry rooms. Our work is guaranteed, gift cards are available, and we even clean on weekends. There's no better way to say I love you than giving a tired mom a break from dishes and laundry. Are you a busy professional? Pamper yourself by taking vacuuming and dusting off your plate. Office manager, keep your business looking and feeling its very best. Call 616-264-1397 today for a spotless space and total peace of mind.
Well, here's a look at what the moon looks like tonight. The moon has been out. It's in the crescent phase, and it is out during the early morning period here. It will flip around and start becoming out in the evening next week, so you can look for that. All right, on we go. Severe reports. There were only 2 of them here for the day on Wednesday. They were both out in Utah by the Great Salt Lake, and they were pretty, some strong gusts of wind there, but as far as severe criterion go, you got to be at 58 miles an hour to count, and barely made it there at Copperton and also at Lake Point, which is over by the Great Salt Lake. Other than that, pretty quiet day across the United States. Here's a look at what severe weather is going to look like here for Thursday and Friday. First of all, this is Thursday, not Wednesday. It says Wednesday at the top. No storms for lower Michigan. There is a very narrow marginal risk from Nebraska and down to the Oklahoma panhandle there. And it could be an isolated report of some strong winds there, but really nothing much going on majorly across the United States. And we'll go on to the next map here, and that again, that should be Friday, and we've got a marginal risk here from the Kansas City area on down to the Red River down there between Oklahoma and Texas. But that light green area does come in almost to Grand Rapids. That would be for Thursday night. Not impossible. There could be a flash of lightning near the lake, but most areas will likely not see that. All right, taking a look at rainfall here for Wednesday morning. Everybody less than 1/4 inch, but in an overall dry pattern. Got to be grateful for what you get. I just had 500ths at my house. Same for Muskegon. About 1/10 inch for Battle Creek and Grand Rapids, and 2/10, one of the higher totals I found at Fenville, where they have the Goose Festival coming up. So that's a good thing to take in. All right, let's move on here and take a look at the rainfall for the next 3 days, 66-hour. And you can see, first of all, there's rain in Michigan, and we'll take a look at Michigan here in just a minute. But look at the rain out there in Montana and North Dakota. We're turning the rain off in California, southern Nevada, and Arizona. But we have some rain in store for us here. And so let's take a look at the next map, and that is the rainfall for Michigan. And the shades of green, first of all, white indicates no rain or just trace amounts. And the next light, the light green there, is nothing up to 1/10 inch, then 1/10 to 1/4, then 1/4 to 1/2, and anything in the darker green is over 1/2 inch of rain. And again, this is for the next 66 hours. We're going to get more rain after this. And so much of the state of Michigan is going to get over 1 inch of rain here, coming mainly over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. More on that here in just a little bit. I want to check the tropics real quickly because there's really not much going on, which is kind of unusual for mid-October. The remnants of Lorenzo dissipated, so there's nothing left. That was going to keep going for a little bit longer, but really fizzled out. So nothing going on in the Atlantic. There will probably be something before the month ends, but very unusually quiet right now. We go to the Eastern Pacific Ocean with the next map, and as you can see, there was that was the projected path for Lorenzo as just a depression. So again, nothing much going on. What's left of it, the showers are going to be heading over toward Europe. All right, now let's go on to the Eastern Pacific Ocean, and we have the next system developing. 60% chance now that this will become Tropical Storm Sonia, and it will skirt along the Mexican coast, probably giving them a day of showers and some gusty winds, but no significant damage. And once again, it will likely pump some moisture up into the southwestern United States. Now we go to the Western Pacific Ocean. One little area of convection there where there's some thunderstorms, keeping an eye on it, but not a threat to major land areas at this point. And since everything else pretty much of this year is kind of zipped off toward the northeast, this one may very well do that too. You can see how clear it is. Look at the area from India back across Saudi Arabia toward Israel, Egypt. Just a lot of clear skies. There's more clear sky than not over Australia. Really a very quiet pattern worldwide. Headlines: mostly sunny today, pleasant, mid-60s with light winds. There could be an isolated shower tonight and Friday, but the most likely time for rain is going to come over the weekend. We should be seeing rain and maybe a thunder shower here on Saturday, and the possibility for some significant rain here on Sunday as well. So kind of unusual to find a wet weekend, but this one may be it. Take a look at the forecast here for the day today. We're calling for skies to be mostly sunny, mid-60s in the afternoon. Light winds may feel a little bit higher, warmer than that. Low temperature here during the early morning down to 40 in the city and 35 to 38 in the outlying areas. Probably a little frost in places like Leota and Baldwin. There's normally really cold spots there. High temperatures today across the area. A lot of green color on the map and a little bit of yellow there as well. We're mid 60s. As you go north up toward the UP, it'll be in the 50s there, or to near 60. But we should see sunshine. Should be an absolutely fantastic day to be outside once again. And then we'll move ahead and show you Friday. And Friday, we're a little bit warmer by a few degrees. We're upper 60s in inland areas, might make 70 in Three Rivers, 71 South Bend, 73 in Chicago. Mid 60s over toward the Detroit area, and mid upper 60s even up in the UP. Enjoy this weather while we got it, because it's not going to last. As we get into next week, it gets cooler and a little cloudier and more chances for showers. All right, 5-day forecast looks like this. Mostly sunny today and 64. Friday, the possibility of a shower and 68. Saturday, showers likely. 80% chance I've got it at now, and 70% on Sunday. There may be a smidgen of sunshine there, but kind of a cloudy pattern for Friday, Saturday, Sunday into early Monday. Monday afternoon should become mostly sunny, but it will be cooler. Much of the day, Monday, it will only be in the 50s here. And the long-range outlook continues to keep our temperatures on average warmer than average. And this is a combined period of 7 days of a week. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 7 days. And you can see the red color there indicating that there's just a very good chance of warmer than average weather. Now, there's a lot of cold air up in northern Canada. It's sitting there poised, waiting its turn to come on down here, and eventually it will. In terms of rainfall for the 8 to 14-day period, we'll be seeing rainfall that's generally near average here, above average for southern Florida, where they've had a very wet year. And look at out west, another atmospheric river developing, not a major one, but enough that it gets pretty soggy out there in Northern California, Washington, and in Oregon. All right, we've got lots of interesting stuff for you today, and we'll see if we can take a look at this. First of all, John Scully sent us this. This is the ribbon cutting at Cruz Park for Naturescape, the playground there, nature-inspired playground. Cruz Park is just a little bit south of Muskegon Lake, and it's a big park. I was at 50, 60 acres, something like that. It has frontage on Lake Michigan and inland. There's hiking trails. There's the playground. There's just all kinds of neat stuff to do. So if you're over in the Muskegon area, you might want to head over there and take a look. They've really been fixing the place up. And if you're not from the Muskegon area, there are so many of these nice parks along the lakeshore. We're kind of used to going to the state parks, but there are county parks and city parks, and just really a pleasant place to spend a day. We have so many of those wonderful places here in West Michigan. Okay, thanks, John, for that. Let's go to our next picture. Daughter number 3 is in London, England tonight, and she sent several pictures for us to enjoy. That is a gigantic Ferris wheel, but they can't call it a Ferris wheel because Ferris is copyrighted. So this is called the Eye. EYE, and you can see it from all over. I mean, look at how high that is. I mean, I was up in that thing, and I was kind of going, oh, I don't know. But I mean, you're way up above the trees there, and it's an engineering marvel that they can make that thing work so consistently and not have to worry about strong winds and all that. Looks a little cloudy there in London, as is often the case. We've got another picture from daughter number 3. Michelle sent us this. I believe that is Westminster Abbey. And if it indeed is, that's the place where they hold the coronations for the kings and queens, and the weddings and the funerals. And I mean, there's a lot of people buried there. So it's really an interesting place. And if you're going to London like we will be next April, I would assume that we will be taking a look at Westminster Abbey, a great place to be. And I believe we have one more picture, and that is what looks like a street light and the clock tower. The clock itself is called Big Ben, but the building that it's in, that spire right there is the clock tower. So it's the clock tower with Big Ben. With the clock visible on all four sides, all around London. You can see it if you've got a clear view there. But one of the most famous landmarks there of London, England. So thanks to Michelle for sending those along. We've got a couple other things to share with you here too. This is from Matt Rogers, the view heading toward Mackinac from St. Ignace. So we're traveling kind of south, and that might be a morning picture there with the sun glistening, sparkling off the waters of the Strait and Lake Huron. Looks like that may be a jet contrail that the sun is passing through right there. If not, just a high-level cloud, but pretty sight. And if you've never been to Mackinac Island in the fall, October is a great time to get there. They sometimes have sales not only at the hotels on lodging, but also on stuff like T-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. So it's a nice place to visit. And these sunny, mild days, you put on a sweater or a light jacket, and you're all set. Thanks, Matt, for that picture. And let's see what else we got here from John Doherty. Ooh, look at that. Is that a chickadee? We have one chickadee that comes from my bird feeder here, and it's the bravest little bird. I can be standing 3-4 feet away from the bird feeder there, and it'll come and sit right on down there and chirp away. Happy little bird. But this one flying in air, and it's really a good picture to be able to capture that and have the bird in flight right in front of you like that is not an easy thing to do. So thank you, John, for that, and thank you, chickadee, or whatever kind of bird you are. We'll just guess chickadee at this point. And do we have anything else? No, we don't. Hey, I want to thank you so much for staying with us here until the end. Again, a very nice day coming up, but it will rain over the weekend. So if you can, get out and enjoy today, but make it a good one.